Welcome back to another episode of your favorite show, the Chicago White Sox franchise. We're playing on Streamlined mode, so we have the certain categories set to automatic that are set to automatic under Streamlined, and we have the preset custom game entry settings that come with starting a franchise on Streamlined, and I'm playing every critical situation that pops up on GOAT difficulty. And I've got some stats here to start out today because I was curious. We're almost 50 games into the season. We're 48 games into the year, and I wanted to know under these custom game entry settings how many games I've played so far that have been critical situations. The game estimates that over the course of the season we'll get into 94 games, and so far through 48 games we've had 30 critical situations. So I've gotten into 30 games out of 48. That's 62.5%, and that puts us on pace at the end of 162 to have gotten into 101 total games. So we're a little past that 94 games estimate there, but it's fine. We're having fun. We haven't gotten through more than 8 games in an episode yet. Also, I didn't even realize, but last episode was the first episode that we've played every single game in the episode. We got through 5 games. We had 5 critical situations. But yeah, once again, the whole reason we're doing this Streamlined mode for this season is to see how similar to March to October it was. Because remember, I always used to play March to October, and they said Streamlined Franchise is now the alternative to March to October. And I bring this up again right now because I have to kind of emphasize that to myself. Because a couple episodes ago now, I talked about these free agents and how there are a couple of guys that I could sign here that would make sense for our team. But since you weren't able to sign free agents in March to October, I wasn't sure how I felt about going out and signing some of these guys. But I think I kind of lost sight of what this series and this first season under the Streamlined rules is supposed to be. I was kind of saying that I didn't know how I felt about signing these guys because I felt like I needed to keep this like March to October, but that's not the point of this. It's not me restricting what I can and can't do. It's me just playing Streamlined how you can play it and seeing how similar that feels to what March to October was over the course of a season. So what I'm saying is I don't need to be restricting myself to like not sign people like this just because you couldn't in March to October, because that's not the point. I lost sight of what the point was. Everything here that's locked to automatic, that's the only stuff that gets handled automatically. But anything else that I can control, we're controlling. So then with that said, I do think I am going to try and sign at least one of those free agents that I was talking about a couple episodes ago. Because we're 19 and 29, obviously not off to the greatest start, but I have seen some flashes from this team that makes me think it's still possible to potentially be in a postseason race. And then again, thinking in March to October terms, every season on March to October, you try and win the World Series. That's the whole point. And if I'm on pace to play 101 games, I have plenty of opportunities to influence plenty of wins. So like, even if the team still isn't looking great, we've got a lot of young guys progressing. Theoretically, I'm just going to be getting better the more I play on GOAT difficulty, the more I get used to it. So we're still playing to win. Now, what I am curious about, actually, we're going to go to the roster screen to talk about this. Because the roster stuff is handled automatically under Streamlined rules, and like I don't get to decide who gets released, who gets called up, sent down, all that sorts of stuff. If I sign a free agent, I don't fully know what's going to happen because we have 93 players on our roster, and assuming everything's the same, we can't have more than that. So if I sign people, the CPU is going to have to get rid of people, which I'm not against. I'm fine with that. There's just that risk of I don't want them to get rid of the wrong guy. So yeah, this is the one that I'm going after here. He's got really high Ks per 9 both ways. He also has really solid hits per 9 both ways. Just a random created guy. This isn't even a real person. I don't know where he came from, but he's a free agent. But since he's fake and he has no service time and all that, you know, this is all we can sign him for. It'll be a minor league offer. So that is one thing here. I'm curious what happens because he should, in theory, be good enough to be on our big league team, but I doubt he would get put on the big league team. He'll probably end up in the minors. I'm just going to try and sign him for this initial offer of $60,000 a year. Let's just see what happens. That's what happens. Well, then forget all this. We can't sign anybody. We can't sign somebody until space is made on the roster, but I can't make space on the roster. because we're not in control. I can't do anything. I'm spamming X right now, and I can't even bring up any menus because that's what Streamlined is. 40-man roster moves, that sort of stuff is set to automatic, so we're stuck then. Well, that was a waste of time, I guess, to talk about, but I'll probably leave it in just so you guys like know, just since I was talking about it a couple episodes ago. But yeah, I guess we can't do anything unless I do make a trade and we free up a roster spot that way. So all right then, now that we wasted a good 10 minutes, at least for me recording, let's get into actually playing the game. We've got a chance to win a series against Seattle, a 31-19 Seattle team. We should have won last game. I should have been able to at least tie it in the position we were in. But still, we've got a chance to win the series. We got to take on Brian Wu, though, with Anthony K at a 5.62 ERA. So again, like usual, I'm just pressing triangle to simulate the game. If a critical situation pops up, we play it. So, series finale, critical situation pops up. It's actually, we got 3 across this inning already. We've got 2 outs. It's still the 8th inning, 2 runners on. Base hit should give us the lead, though, with Derek Hill's speed out there. They just brought Matt Brash into the game, too. Luis Angel's average is at 192. God, dude, of course, it starts out, we get 2 just absolute dots. And then great start. Take 2 strikes and then swing at the one that's out of the zone. That's how you do it. Mike Vassell, he's still got green energy. We could leave him in. Actually, it probably makes sense to go to Sean Newcomb here. A couple lefties due up and then Cal. So let's bring Newcomb in the game to try and keep it tied. There we go. We got the 9-hole hitter down on strikes. I was kind of worried there that it was going to be one of those frustrating foul ball at bats. Ooh, and there we go. Front door cutter actually didn't get all the way to the front door, but he helped me. It's exactly what we needed then. Don't have anybody on base for Cal. Nice. Another whiff on the sinker. I mean, that might just be the pitch. Let's try and throw it again. All right, not strike 3, but a nice, easy ground ball. 1-2-3 inning out of Sean Newcomb to keep it tied going to the 9th. Man, it's another Corey Lee game. I feel like for how few total games and at-bats Corey Lee has, he ends up being in a lot of games that I'm in. Oh, and he gets hit. I feel like he's done that a couple times too. All right, well, that's an easy way to get the go-ahead run on. Okay, dude, my timing's definitely off. I'm late on everything right now. I was playing a lot of ranked seasons on my own over the last, like, 24 hours. That's not one I should miss. Can I stop? Can I hit a hanging slider? What are we doing? I look horrible. I mean, dude, with how I looked at the plate there, this game feels like it's just going to be how long I can prolong them scoring the winning run. All right. That was not supposed to hang like that. And Canzone already had 2 homers on the day. And then I hung a slurve. Okay, we got to get it over there fat. Oh, I almost yellowed that. We're good, though. That's 2 outs. Ooh, and Randy just missed that. We're going to... Well, I shouldn't say that yet. Hayes is under it. We're going to extras. All right, we need quite the turnaround here from how I looked last inning at the plate. This dude throws gas. I know that. Didn't swing like I knew that. Let's you know what, I'm gonna try and bunt him over with how bad I'm looking. There we go. Great bunt. If I can score a run without actually hitting the ball well, that might be the only way I can score a run today. Nope, I'm late on everything. I was late on a circle change and then I'm late on the sinker. Got a contact swing now. Or just take strike 3, that works too. Hill's fast. You gotta run. Oh! If he still had 99, he's safe. All right, well, you know what? I'm just going Sir Anthony now. He's got 98 clutch. We're gonna need that with runner on second for free. Okay, that actually... No, that's too deep. Never mind. It's gonna get to third. Before that carried a little bit, I thought that was actually gonna be good. I thought that was gonna keep him at second. I think now, though... You intentionally walk him. Kind of like pitching to the first guy when you can't allow a run to score and then trying to get the double play if they're able to move him over. That's gonna do it. No way a double plays turn on that. I don't know why I didn't have the infield in. I'm a fool. I'm dumb. I'm a horrible manager. You gotta bring the infield in that situation. What am I doing? Well, that's another series lost. We've gone 2 weeks now since we've won a series. Still can't believe, man, we finished last month so good. We were 1 game below 500, and now May is tripping us up big time. We only have 4 wins in the month. We got an off day to regroup now before facing San Francisco, and game 1 we got to deal with Logan Webb. Jonathan Cannon, though, has been really solid lately. That ERA is down to 4.35. So let's see what we can do here in game 1. Is Cannon a match for Logan Webb? He is. We won a straight up sim. I mean, based on those stats I talked about earlier, we had 18 straight up simulations. So games that I didn't get in a critical situation. I swear we probably lost like at least 15 of those. But yeah, we got a couple homers. Chase Mydroth hitting 5 homers already. He's not hitting for average, but he's kind of hitting for some power. Not what I would have expected. Quality start from Cannon, Taylor, Newcomb, Sir Anthony to finish it out. That's a perfect formula. All right, now game 2 with Shane Smith coming off of his complete game shutout against the Cubs. He's really put together a good stretch here. Let's keep that going. It's a critical situation. He did not keep that going. We're down 1. We put up 4 in the 8th to make it close. They're starting me at the start of the 9th here. Nobody out, nobody on. Austin Hayes up, Ryan Walker on the mound, which I'll be honest, based on how I hit that first game and how I know Ryan Walker delivers the ball, can't say I feel too good about this. It's kind of one of those funky delivery guys, then that sinker gets up to the mid to high 90s. Yeah, and that's the exact spot that if I'm not completely selling out for it, there is no way I hit it with his delivery, which maybe that just means I should completely sell out for it. Well, I was early at least. Well, I wasn't completely selling out that time because 2 strikes. I'm kind of trying to be protective, I guess. Make sure I'm not sitting on one thing too much so I can actually foul something off if it's a slider. But no, that just means I don't hit the sinker then. Felt that. Oh, that, all things considered, was not a horrible swing, and I got none of it. I did notice though, Lenyn Sosa's batting average is up to like 235, so he's been on fire lately because I benched him against righties last episode because he was only hitting 180 something total. Nope, they're gonna pitch him outside. He might run this out though. That's deep enough in the hole. All right, we've got something. We should pinch run, figure out the positioning if it needs to be figured out. But for now, we'll get Derek Hill with 98 speed on first base. Ball in the gap, we'll tie it. And I just barely missed that. Oh no. All right, well, it's Sunday, so we got to handle the scouting. We finished scouting Joel Acosta, who was a guy we discovered a couple weeks ago. I'm actually kind of surprised, like just on the surface level here, for our scout to rank him 47th, but like his potential windows and his overall windows don't really blow me away. Like it's 71 to 83, so chances are he's going to be a mid to high C potential. I don't know. I mean, like, they could have rebalanced things. It actually does kind of seem like when you look at like top prospects and stuff, there's not as many A potentials and even B potentials. So I don't know then. Maybe a high C potential is better than it has been before. But yeah, I don't know. To me, that's definitely not 47th ranked. All right, well, I'm keeping scouting right field positions because we are trying to finish scouting Richard Irvin, but there's also a couple other central right fielders that I may as well scout. I mean, I said there was 10 actually, which is pretty high when you're scouting position that's not a pitcher. And actually, speaking of, after one more week of scouting him, getting him from 60 to 70%, Richard Irvin looks really solid. We have him ranked 9th. Overall, he's ranked 43rd. So, like, he might not even make it to my second pick, which would be a shame. And then I'm just scouting a different position player. I really am frustrated by this low efficiency on the scouting. Like, we're talking plus 25 scouting per week. When you're zeroed in on a guy, it's going to take 4 weeks to get him fully scouted. But he looks like he could be really good as of right now. So like, if he looks that good, it'll be worth it. And then we're still discovering pitchers. Pretty soon we'll want to start scouting some pitching though. I think I said that for last week too. All right, but we got another series rubber match here to try and win one. Davis Martin on the mound for us today, and we win. Wow. So 2 straight up simulation wins against San Francisco. Vargas hitting his 5th homer of the year. Martin goes 6, gives up 1, and then Hedrickson Paez with 3 innings to get the save. Nice. So, all right, we get a division rival matchup now, 4 games against the Twins. Sean Burke out there, he's been not doing so great lately, so we need to see a turnaround from him. And it's a critical situation. He did have a good start, though. 7 innings, it says. 2 hits, 1 run. 7 punch-outs. We are coming in a tough spot, though. Only 1 out on the board. Runner on 3rd. Newcomb's actually already given up a couple hits and a run. So, well, it is a lefty-lefty matchup. We'll probably want to leave him in. See what his energy situation's looking like, at least. Yeah, he's got plenty of energy. But look at what I'll remember to do here this time. Let's bring that infield in. Actually, bring him halfway. I never really like committing to bringing the infield all the way in. Oh, that's a huge strikeout. Just gotta complete it. Good block behind the plate from, I'm assuming, Teal. I didn't pay close enough attention. It's another lefty, so we'll leave Newcomb in. Get us out of this. And a grounder on the first pitch. We did get out of it. That is a nice job from Sean Newcomb right there. Nice job from me. All right, insurance, please. Because the last couple of times I've tried to finish off a game, winning by 1 with Sir Anthony, I've served up a meatball and it was not closed out. All right, there we go. We worked it back from 0-2 to drawing a walk with Miguel Vargas. Gone. Dude, I don't know where that came from. I could not do a single thing all episodes so far at the plate, and then Andrew Benintendi of all people. That was one of those that I knew I was about to hit it out before I even swung the bat. I don't know what came over me, but that's a huge swing. Huge for the insurance, huge to see a guy like Benintendi produce a little bit. I think that's the 2nd home run that I've hit with him in this season. It's like crazy. I've hit plenty of home runs. I've hit 2 now with Benintendi. I think 3 with Sosa, 2 with Baldwin, Mydroth, Derek Hill. But I still haven't hit one with Murakami or Colson Montgomery. Okay, now I've just figured it out. Now we're just making good swing after good swing. I'm going to try and take off here with 2 strikes, though, with Mydroth. You got a really good jump. That pitch is out of the zone. He's in there easy. That part of that was a test, because Victor Caratini behind the plate had bad everything to throw out base runners. And then a productive out. Nice. I did chase, but it's still a good swing. Got him up to 3rd. We can make this not even a save situation if we just put the ball in play again. And Teal puts the ball in play again. Late, jammed, still good enough. It's actually shocking how bad Austin Hayes is wins above replacement wise when he's batting 250. Like, you'd think a guy batting 250 is going to be solid at least. Going into this episode, he had a negative 1.2 wins above replacement, by far the worst on the team. All right, well, you know what? Now that we're up by 4, I want to go to Jordan Hicks. Last time I used him, I actually really kind of liked what he had. So let's see again. His ERA is actually dropping slightly, down under 6 at least. That's progress for him. Buxton hasn't swung the bat. You know what? Let's test that. Well, 2 degrees off and we get a yellow release. I don't know how much that would have changed it. It's kind of what you don't want to do, though. You're trying to preserve a lead. Don't give up free base runners. Jordan, make him make contact. That's really all we need to do. Okay, we'll get an out there. Nice play from Sosa. That was actually still really close. Okay, and there we go. 1 pitch. Can of corn for Acuna. Probably going to move up to 3rd, but that doesn't matter. There we go. Jammed him a little bit. Acuna can handle that. Scoreless 9th for Jordan Hicks. Good little win there. I mean, anytime that offense happens for me, I'm going to feel really good about the game. All right, we've got a good little stretch going. 3 wins in our last 4 games. Anthony K on the mound again here for game 2. And we win another simulation, dude. This almost has me more excited than anything. Our team is able to win some games without me. All right, well, we could clinch winning this series with a win here in game 3 of 4. Cannon on the mound. He's been our best pitcher lately. 4.18 ERA. Chance to get it under 4. We got to play. He probably got it under 4 though, man. Look at him. 8 scoreless innings, but we are just in control of Kyle Teal here. He's got an 11-game hitting streak on the line that we got to keep going. We're only up 1 though, so like a base hit here to score Chase Meidroth would be very nice. And it is a lefty-lefty matchup, but with the runner on second, Teal has like 90-something clutch, so we should be fine. Oh no, Chase, don't get... Well, there goes that. Know the situation too. You got a guy good in the clutch at the plate. You're only up a run. Don't throw it away. Like, I understand the appeal of wanting to get up to third with only 1 out, but when it's not getting away that far, it's probably not worth the risk. And I beat it into the ground. All right, well, we're gonna have to cross our fingers and hope that the lead was held onto. Oh, never mind. For some reason, I thought it was giving me the chance to come into the game, but no, this is just your normal watch the end. Actually, I probably am involved in the end here. I gotta catch. Looks like a lazy fly ball. 1-0 shutout win. It's a 4-game winning streak. Back-to-back series wins now, and we have a chance for a 4-game series sweep. And Meidroth hit another home run, dude. That's 7 for him now on the year. Where is his power coming from? I'm on board with that. 7 shutout innings, though, for Jonathan Cannon. He's down to a 3.62 ERA. Part of me is actually kind of glad that we can't sign free agents, because he would have been the one that got the boot, but he's been our best starter. All right, well, one way or another, this is going to be the last game of the episode. So let's see if we can finish off a 4-game sweep of the Twins. We need Shane Smith to get back on track after a bad start. It's another critical situation. We're up 5. Things are looking good. Just another player lock. Got to keep a hitting streak alive with Lenine this time. And they have 0 runs on the board, so that does mean that Shane Smith had a pretty good bounce back start. Dude, and Lenine Sosa's batting average was up to 248, it just said there. Benching him against righties was the best thing for him. That actually might drop in. Oh, you're kidding me. It's okay. I probably don't deserve a hit on that anyway. Can we at least angle the glove correctly so it's not phasing through it? Could be involved here. I kind of like being in the field for these. Keeps you on your toes, you know? I don't know what I'm going to need to do. Oh, that's going to... No shutout. Where am I going? We got to cover second. Or do I? Where was I supposed to be? I haven't been on a diamond in a decade. I don't remember where I'm supposed to be. Okay, hopefully this will be our final out now. 1-2 count. Let's just strike him out. Nice. All right, there we go. 4-game sweep, 5 wins in a row. We're a very streaky team, it turns out, I guess. Like, I think this is our at least second 5-game winning streak of the year, which feels like kind of a lot for a team that's a decent amount below 500 still. And dude, Colson Montgomery's on fire too. His average is up to 268. Murakami's up to 270. Benintendi hit his 6th home run. Baldwin hit his 13th double. Maybe it's not necessarily that we're streaky. Maybe we're just weirdly good in the last week of a month. Because I mean, technically, calendar-wise, in March, we went 2-1. In April, we went 4-0. And now in May, we're 5-0 in the last week of the month on the calendar. Still got 2 games to go in the month, but that'll be saved for next episode. I don't know if this one's gonna end up being on the shorter end, but even if it is, I am totally fine with that. I'm trying to get this episode up hopefully the very next day after the last one did. I really want to get back on a good consistent schedule here. Like, I'm not saying every episode's gonna come out daily, but having things on back-to-back days will be a nice way to get back on track. And then Pack Attack will be here soon, and we'll be having all kinds of fun on the channel. But yeah, guys, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that like button for me and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. I'm like 150 subscribers away from 3,000. I'd like to get there. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time.